Imagine stepping into a dimly lit room after a long day, laughter echoing from a conversation with a companion. There, sprawled across a chair, lies a loved one. Let's name them Riley, motionless, breath soft, head tilted lazily to one side. In an instant, a whisper escapes. Quiet, Riley's asleep. That snap judgment, swift as a heartbeat, carries unshakable certainty. But what clues painted that picture? Why not assume Riley was lost to a deeper void, unconscious or beyond? Reach? Recognizing the realm of rest, that fleeting assessment of Riley's slumber was likely spot on, perhaps proven by a clumsy thud that stirred them awake. Over countless nights, humanity has honed a keen eye for the telltale signs of sleep, a skill so sharp it's now etched into science. Riley's scene unveils these markers. A body settled into a familiar pose, often stretched flat for creatures of the land. Muscles softened, no longer battling gravity's pull, leaving limbs to drape like fabric over a frame. A silence unbroken by chatter or reaction, as if the world's bustle has faded, and a state that yields easily to a nudge or noise, unlike the stubborn grip of coma or the final hush of death. Add to this a rhythm, a daily pulse governed by an inner clock perched in the brain's core, ticking in sync with daylight and dusk, favoring rest when shadows lengthen. Now ponder a different riddle. How does anyone know they've crossed into sleep's domain? Each dawn, awareness returns, whispering of time spent adrift. This inward gauge is uncanny, discerning not just slumber's presence, but its texture, restful or restless. Two threads weave this self-awareness. First, the world slips away. Sights, sounds, and scents vanish from grasp. Though senses still hum, ears catching murmurs, skin feeling breezes, a gatekeeper deep within, a walnut-sized sentinel called the thalamus, bars these signals from reaching the mind's upper halls. There, in wakefulness, they'd bloom into awareness. But in sleep, they're locked out, leaving the brain a quiet island, untethered from reality. The second thread is time's peculiar warp. Sleep carves a blank slate where hours vanish, a void only clock glances reveal upon waking. Picture dozing on a train, then blinking awake, groping for a watch to measure the gap. Yet beneath this amnesia, the brain tracks time with a jeweler's precision. Set a dawn task, say, rising at 7 a.m. for a pressing errand, and often the mind stirs at 6:57, unprompted. This silent tally hums below awareness, a hidden metronome proving sleep's depths don't dull all faculties. Then there's dreaming, where time stretches like taffy. Snooze an alarm for 10 minutes, and the mind spins tales that feel like days, battles fought, journeys taken. Unlike sleep's blank expanse, dreams drape time in vivid hues, often dilated beyond the clock's truth. Why? Clues emerge from labs where rodents scamper through mazes, their brain cells firing in distinct patterns. As they drift into dream-laden rest, those patterns replay, but slower, half-speed echoes of daylight's haste. This lingering tempo may stretch dreamtime, a neural ballad outpacing the waking world's brisk march. A child's gift to science, confirming sleep demands more than intuition. It calls for instruments, wires tracing brain waves, eye twitches, muscle hums. Together, these form a portrait known as polysomnography, a canvas of slumber's signals. In 1952, this art unveiled a revelation at a Chicago lab where a young researcher, Liam Carver, and his mentor, Dr. Evelyn Hart, peered into the night. Watching a toddler's rest, Carver noted eyes darting beneath lids, paired with brain waves buzzing like those of an alert mind. These bursts alternated with stillness. Calm, eyes slow, rolling brain rhythms. Skeptical, Hart tested her own son, Milo, and the pattern held. Sleep wasn't a monolith, but a duet of states, quiet and lively, cycling through the night. They dubbed these phases non-rapid eye movement, NREM, and rapid eye movement, REM. Sleep, the latter tied to dream's wild theater. Later, NREM split into 4 tiers, from shallow ripples to deep troughs, each harder to rouse from than the last. This discovery shattered sleep's simplicity, revealing a dynamic dance of mind and body. The night's pendulum. Across the hours, NREM and REM wrestle for control, a tug-of-war repeating every 90 minutes. Early night bows to NREM's deep embrace, carving long, slow waves. As dawn nears, REM surges, dreams flickering like firelight. Graph this ebb and flow, wakefulness atop, NREM's descent below, REM a jagged echo of day, and a lopsided arc appears. Why this asymmetry? Why not stack one phase then the other, or balance them evenly? Theories abound, one likening sleep to a potter's craft. NREM trims excess clay, old neural links, while REM shapes and binds what remains. Nightly, this sculpting refines memory, blending yesterday into a lasting form, a task too vital to leave static. Yet this tilt carries risk. Retire at midnight, rise at 6 a.m. instead of 8, and a quarter of sleep vanishes. 2 hours. Logic says 25% loss, but REM, clustered late, takes a 70% hit. Delay bedtime to 2 a.m., and NREM's early rain shrinks. Like a meal missing salt or spice, skimping either starves the mind and body of distinct nourishment, a toll science continues to tally. Crafting the sleep state picture. A lab tonight, sensors dotting a sleeper's scalp and skin, capturing the brain's electric song. Awake, it's a rapid, jagged tune, 30 cycles per second, a staccato with no beat to follow. Picture a festival crowd, voices clashing in a chaotic roar, each neuron shouting its own tale, sights, sounds, thoughts. Electrodes overhead catch. This din, a symphony of discord marking consciousness, drift into sleep, and the tempo shifts. Light NREM softens the pace, then deep NREM, stages 3 and 4, drops to a languid 2 to 4 waves per second, a lullaby's sway. These waves align, predictable as tides, born above the brow and rippling back. Amid them, brief trills, sleep spindles, pepper the rhythm, guardians muffling outside clamor. Far from idle, this chorus unites thousands of cells in a grand chant. A crescendo of unity, pulsing from front to rear, fading as it goes. This harmony explains sleep's veil. The thalamus, that gatekeeper, bolts shut, silencing the world beyond. Freed from sensory chatter, the cortex settles into this slow hymn, not dormant, but alive with purpose. Like AM radio's steady reach versus FM's fleeting burst, these waves bridge distant brain realms, ferrying memories from fleeting caches to enduring vaults, a nightly archive of life's lessons. Then REM ignites, a frenzy mimicking wakefulness, yet the body lies still, a marionette unstrung. The thalamus swings open, not to reality, but to inner tides, emotions, echoes of days past, projected across the mind's vast screen. Wakefulness gathers the world, NREM sifts and stores, REM weaves it all into a tapestry of insight. Muscles slacken, a brainstem signal locking them down, ensuring dreams don't spill into motion, a safeguard against chaos. Eyes jitter beneath lids, not tracing visions, but sparking REM's essence, a mystery still unfolding. From a toddler's restless gaze in 52 to today's wired labs, sleep reveals itself as a layered marvel, quiet depths, vivid flights, and a rhythm shaping who we are night after night.